All right. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for hanging out with me today in advance. And thank you for coming to this lovely little corner of the internet where I will be discussing Her Night with the Shifter. I have backstory to this, which I will tell you all about. So, first of all, I am taking a romance class. And one of the things we had to do, we had to read a story called Occulted Encounter, which I will be reviewing in the next 2 weeks. But in order to do that, we needed to make a free account with harlequin.com in order to access the story. And with that, we have access to all their online reads, or at least I do because I have an account. And though I was not reading that, at the time I was reading Guilty Love, and I was like, you know what? Let's explore something like really just there. You know what I mean? Let's just explore something because Guilty Love was driving me insane, and you will find out why next week. It was driving me insane. I was genuinely my mental health at the time. Well, not mental health. I'm gonna call it my Actually, no, yeah. I was happy to read other books alongside Guilty Love because I was the only reason I continued reading was because it was a class, and I'll explain more about it in the review. But basically, I decided to just go into the website, and I'm like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to choose one of their categories. So they have a bunch of these categories. They're like, I want to, be seduced, walk in the dark side, walk down the aisle, sit on the edge of my seat, things like that. They have these categories. I chose one. And then they also have another category with it, which is for time, which is like, I have 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, or plenty of time. And I didn't like, I have 30 minutes. And that's what I wanted. I wanted something short and easy. And I'm like, I got 30 minutes. And the first thing that came up was Her Night with the Shifter, and I read a little bit of the premise, and it didn't show me everything, but I ended up looking it up on Goodreads, and I was like, okay, cool, I want to read it. And it's very short. It's very short. It's like 31 pages, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll read it. No, why not? Let's see what comes up. So I'm gonna read you this synopsis now that you know this backstory. I'm gonna read you this synopsis, and I'm gonna tell you my thoughts about it. Engaged to a man she's never met, locked away behind an impenetrable iron fence, Renata Price feels like a pawn in her father's game. For her, it's the price of being, in quotes, special. But outside the gates, a presence lurks, drawing her inexorably. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, tightening its grip. And tonight, with a full moon rising, werewolf Carson Randall is ready to reveal himself. The Miami PD stalwart is charged with protecting Renata's family, but it's a tricky balancing act. Who, in turn, will protect Renata from his fierce desires, especially when her wolf reveals itself and their fate is sealed in a moment of passion neither can take back. Um, I'll be slightly honest. I found the description okay. I was like, okay, this just sounds interesting because of the whole engagement thing and the trying your just curiosity about like the other person or whatever. This one sounded interesting to me. Um, but I read it. The reading was not the reading. The writing was good. It's straightforward, really easy to understand. There's also there. I think the description is also pretty good. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't. I don't pay attention a lot to setting. Well, I do, but I don't pay attention to description of setting all the time. I think it. I think it was not bad. I think it was pretty good. It has a. Oh, okay, sorry. Someone apparently liked a post I put on my blog. Anyway, so I think it was not terrible. It was just it was good. It was not great. It was not bad. It was fine. I think the writing was good. I think that the way that the author has both character point of views is amazing. Um, because I'm giving it a little bit of a pass for the character development here, because there is no character, really, there is not a lot of character development, but I'm giving it a slight pass only because it's a short story. It's not a full-length novel. It's not like a big thing. It's like a short story. It's very short. Again, 31 pages. So I'm giving it a slight pass, but there is no character development here. There's not a really big character arc either. It's kind of like the short story feels kind of like this specific short story feels like a very long scene. And I am perfectly okay with that. I think that's fine. I don't have an issue. I'm just letting you know what I see here. There was also not a lot of world building with this. There was a little bit of world building, a little bit. Enough to get us to kind of understand it, but not a lot. Again, giving it a pass because it's a short story. I was, however, left with questions. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think stories should leave you with questions. At least a few questions. Maybe not a lot of questions, but at least a few questions. Okay, thank you. Someone's apparently looking at my blog and just liking a bunch of my posts. And I'm getting the notifications as I'm recording. I didn't realize. Guys, I'm not popular in my blog. And I just keep getting these random, notifications at times when people like them. I guess the tags are really helping. Anyway, sorry. Distracted. Sorry. Anyway, I'm giving it a pass in the world building because we just get enough to understand, and I just got questions. It's really interesting. It's a very interesting world within our world, and I actually really like it. I like it a lot. Now, I don't necessarily consider this super romantic, even though it is in the romance genre. I think it's kind of like this is kind of like a mating thing, where it's just like, you're my mate. They know they're each other's mates, basically, kind of immediately. Like they know. And that's kind of what this is. I don't necessarily consider this super romantic, but okay. I kind of like the trope of mates, so, the way it's written, I don't consider it super romantic, but I do love, because, guys, I read Sarah J. Maas, so I know. I love the trope of mates. I do think that mates as a trope, as a thing, is actually really cool. I like mates. I do love it, which is probably one of the reasons I did enjoy this part of the book. Now, usually when it comes to mating, however, being mates, one of the things that I like about Sarah J. Maas books is that they're usually really, really well developed, and you can actually see the romance that comes with it. However, again, short story, not a big thing. So I'm giving it a slight pass, and I don't mind. I do like the mate part, and it was just interesting. They had such interesting characters, and it was just interesting to read. Honestly, if anything, I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the world, and I really, really enjoyed the twist at the end. The twist at the end was hilarious. I mean, it took me a while, but I was able to predict it when I think I reached page 29 or page 30, and I was like, wait, if this is the twist, is this a twist? This is the twist? And I'm like, when I saw the twist, I was just like, okay. It was funny to me. The twist was hilarious. I loved this twist. There need to be more twists like this. This twist was good. This kind of twist was very good. I love it so much. I think that's my favorite part of the story. I'm not going to spoil it, but my favorite part of the story was this twist. It was good. It was so good. It was so good. Guys, it was so good. I love it. I love it. It was so good. So that is my review. I gave it 3 stars. Honestly, it's just fun. It's inoffensive. It's harmless fun. That's all it really is. Harmless fun. It's cool. I'll probably read more Harlequin stories. Probably more like the short stories. I like the short stories a lot. And short stories help me complete my challenge. And sometimes you just want to read a short story when you're reading a bunch of novels. You know what I mean? So yeah, I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun reading this. So yeah. Let me know what you think of Her Night with the Shifter. Do you plan to read it? Have you read it? If you have read it, what do you think? I want to know. I want to talk about it. I really, really want to talk about it. Seriously, I want to talk about it. So I loved it. I enjoyed it so much. And if you're going to give spoilers, please advise that you're going to give spoilers in the comments. Just, I don't know, put something like spoilers in the comments or whatever. And then so that other people know. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give it a like, comment down below, subscribe if you're interested. Check out the description for links so you can also subscribe to my blog. I'm really excited with that blog so far right now. So let me know what you think. Definitely let me know. And next week I'll be reviewing Guilty Love by Charlotte Lamb. Oh, I'll be screaming. Bye guys, until my next video, consume stories.